Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, double honor to the apostles and the elders, and salutations to your brothers teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled The Madness of Esau.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Remember we talked about word families. I know you love that. So we're going to start with words that end in AN. You yell out a word, I'll write it down. Let's see how many we can get. Go!
Fan!
Fan! There's a good one.
Man!
That's another one.
Lesbian!
Words that end in AN. Anyone? Words ending in AN.
Lesbian!
Okay, I heard pan. Good.
No, Faith said lesbian.
All right, no big deal. Faith said lesbian. Hold on. Good, we'll write that down. Just a word. Not a big deal, but we'll move on. We'll get some other ones.
What is a lesbian, sir?
What's your word? How do you... All right. If you liked another girl, that could be...
I like Olivia. Am I a lesbian?
Well, if you like Olivia, you could be, sure.
I like Olivia. I love Olivia. I like Olivia too. Am I a lesbian?
No, it doesn't work that way, Philip. You can never be a lesbian.
No fair. I want to be a lesbian. Me too.
We can all be lesbians. Okay, let's just move on.
And this is Esau's agenda, beginning with the elite to keep the nation of Israel in that beastly state of mind. Why? Because that separates the nation of Israel from Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. However, the elect will not be fooled. First scripture. Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go. And you train up your child by teaching him the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. Why? Because you taught him when he was young, man. You got that foundation within him. So you supposed to teach your child that men supposed to deal with women only. And whenever you see a man dealing with a man or a woman dealing with a woman, those are sins worthy of death. Now, what Esau is pushing is a form of classical conditioning. And my source is psychologydegreeguide.org. Pablo versus Skinner, and all these warlocks were psychologists that contribute to the field of psychology. And what is psychology? If you break this word down, it's psyche, which is breath, spirit, soul. And the latter part of the word is logia, which means study of. Put that term together, psychology, study of the spirit. Let's get into the article. Before Skinner came Ivan Pavlov, the father of classical conditioning. And classical conditioning and existing behavior is shaped by and existing behavior is shaped by associating it with a new stimulus. His most well-known example is how Pavlov got his dog to salivate with a stimulus, the ringing of a metronome, and that's a bell. Feed the dog every time the bell rings, and eventually when the bell rings, the dog salivates. And so the dog automatically salivates when he sees food, right? So that's the existing behavior. Okay, so what Ivan did was he brought out food and he brought out his dog. So every time he brought out the food, he would ring the bell before the dog got to the food. So eventually, over a process of time, the food was removed and the dog would automatically salivate when he just heard the bell ring. Okay, without even seeing the food. This is a form of classical conditioning. All right. Now, if you apply this to this homosexual vibration, nothing has changed. So the existing behavior is for the elite to keep our people in that dead state of accepting homosexuality. Now, what's the stimulants? It's like the commercials, the TV shows, podcasts, and movies pushing homosexual vibrations. And once you're conditioned, you begin to accept this behavior. Okay, so now this behavior has been embedded within your mind. You don't need the TVs or the podcasts or the talk show hosts pushing this agenda, because now this behavior has became a part of you. You know, this man is a fucking warlock, man. Now, what Skinner tried to do was he came out with a term called operant conditioning. And all that means is basically, if you want a person to do something, you give that person a positive reinforcement or a negative reinforcement. For example, if you want a kid to make an A and he loves video games, every time he makes an A, you let him play video games through the week, or you buy him video games. However, if he brought in a B or C, you take away the video games. Now that child would be enthused on making an A to receive those video games or to continue to play video games through the week. All right? Now, second scripture. And this is to prove the point. Without this knowledge, we are beasts. Psalm 73:17. Until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High. And what's the sanctuary of the Most High? It's the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Then understood I therein. And we can get this knowledge without Yahushai going on that cross, man. Okay? And just to prove the point, Psalm 73:22. So foolish was I and ignorant. I was as a beast before thee. Why? Because, we lack the wisdom, understanding, and knowledge of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Without this awareness of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, we are considered as beasts. Last scripture. 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So the elect, they're going to understand that what Satan is trying to do, by pushing these commercials, man, pumping homosexuality hard, because basically he's trying to put that shit on the kids, man, to take control over their minds as well, man. Hey, with that, I hope you were edified. Shalom.